My name is Ocean Robbins. On behalf of the Food Revolution Network, I have a special announcement and invitation for you. And it's one that I'm really excited about. If you're passionate like I am about making this world a better place and about healthy, sustainable, humane, delicious food, if you've got a food or health-related product, program, organization, or innovation that works, and if you want to use the internet to scale up so that you and your business can reach way more people and generate way more revenues to fuel your life and your mission, then this just might be for you. Now, before I get into describing this program, I want to tell you a bit about me and about why I'm offering it. I'm the CEO of the 250,000-member Food Revolution Network. Along with my dad and colleague, and best-selling author John Robbins, I co-founded the network 4 years ago. Since starting with no list, no products, and no income, in just 4 years, we've grown to be a 7-figure social enterprise that sent out more than 30 million educational messages to activists and changemakers in over 160 countries. Our online summits have reached more than 400,000 people with the latest breaking news and insights about food and health. We've brought more than 500,000 people together for our ongoing campaigns for GMO labeling, and we have helped to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars to support organizations and causes building healthier food systems. Our websites attract millions of visitors annually, and you know what? We're just getting started. Formerly, I founded a nonprofit organization called Yes when I was 16, which spread a message of healthy food and a healthy planet to more than 650,000 students in school and conference presentations. And we also organized more than 100 week-long trainings for health, justice, and sustainability leaders from over 65 countries. I directed Yes for 20 years, and during that time, I raised more than $10 million to advance our mission. In 2012, I joined with my dad to launch the Food Revolution Network. In these last 4 years, we've helped to accelerate the explosive growth of interest in organic, non-GMO, fair trade, local, natural, plant-strong foods. And we've helped to move our food system in a more humane, transparent, and sustainable direction. We've helped hundreds of thousands of people to slim down, to buff up, and to expand their life expectancy and their vitality. I love what I do. I love that I get to make a good living and support my family in the process. And I feel so grateful that we've grown enough that we now have an amazing staff supporting me so that I can take time with my family. In fact, I just returned from a fabulous trip to Hawaii with my twin teenage sons. But not long ago, I was in a very different situation. 6 years ago, my family was facing a crisis. My mom and dad, as well as my wife and I, had been the victims of a massive financial theft. A man named Bernard Madoff duped our family financial advisor, along with tens of thousands of banks, investors, and everyday folks around the world. He stole more than 95% of our life savings. My wife and I have special needs twins. They're likely to need lifelong care. I had a meaningful job directing Yes, the nonprofit organization I'd founded. But now that our nest egg had been annihilated, my nonprofit salary wasn't going to be enough to rebuild our family's security and provide for my kids' continuing long-term special needs. It was terrifying. I remember watching my twin sons one day as they were outside conducting an imaginary rock concert. They were so innocent and so oblivious to the huge responsibility that I felt for them. I knew they were likely to need support for the rest of their lives, and I felt this enormous weight on me. But I also felt a fire of commitment building inside. I decided there had to be a way that we could rebuild financial sufficiency while making a bigger contribution to this planet than ever. I didn't know what it was going to look like, but I was committed to finding it. Like any entrepreneur who's starting something, I took a look at the resources that we had to work with. My dad's career as an author and speaker had made a huge contribution in the world and touched a lot of lives. Trouble was that for most of his career, much of his income had come from royalties from the books he'd written. And I realized that the world was changing fast and that online organizing, internet marketing, and social media were actually on the verge of shifting brick and mortar stores, newspapers, maybe even printed books, increasingly to the sidelines. And while my dad's work had touched millions of lives, He'd never built an email list, a social media profile, or any kind of online presence. We were desperate to get back on our feet, so my dad and I decided to work with a well-established and reputable online course organization to offer a virtual class. Now, we knew nothing about copy or funnel design or internet marketing, and the organization promised to handle all that for us. We spent a combined 67 hours preparing for the class and another 42 hours delivering it. We ended up with 18 participants. We loved teaching. But when all was said and done, we'd earned a combined total of a whopping $360. That was $180 for my dad and $180 for me, or about $3.30 an hour. And we didn't even own the email list of the class participants. Next, we hired a family friend who was also a web designer, and for $2,000, he built us a website. Somehow, I hoped that people would magically appear once we had a site up. Boy, was I wrong. In the next 3 months, we had less than 200 visitors, and most of them were probably lost and typing in the wrong address. Even if we had somehow managed to get a bunch of visitors, I honestly had no idea how we could turn their engagement into any sort of income stream. I didn't know the answer, but I knew we could do better, a lot better. And I knew I had a lot to learn if we were going to succeed. I also realized that if I was really going to take our family's future seriously, I had to have enough time to dive in seriously. So I took an even bigger risk. In spite of our perilous financial situation, I left my position as a nonprofit director, and I set out to learn all I could about marketing, spreading a message, and building an online community in the 21st century. The truth is that most of the marketing tactics I learned about felt manipulative to me. I was grossed out by tripwire funnels, and I was disgusted by bait-and-switch operations that set people up to feel set up. But I also knew that there had to be a way to manifest high integrity and authenticity and to succeed in the marketplace. And I felt a deep commitment that I didn't want my offerings to be an elitist luxury. I wanted to provide free resources that would be available to everyone, regardless of where they stood on the economic spectrum. And then I wanted to make deeper dive resources available for a fee, for people who wanted to go further. So I set out with a passion to explore how to bring integrity and impact to marketing, funnels, opt-ins, conversions, lead generation, analytics, split testing, open and click-through rates, member engagement, sequences, affiliate relationships, site load time, business development, copy, surveys, quizzes, and much more. I found some amazing mentors who guided me, who inspired me, and who showed me what was possible. They helped me design a strategy and to put it into practice. For our first project, I took on the goal of organizing an online telesummit. My dad would interview some of the top food experts on the planet, many of whom we already knew personally. We knew that a lot of telesummits out there were just thinly disguised list builders, with hosts who had little knowledge of the topics and presenters who were just recapitulating their everyday spiel, or worse yet, coming across as slick salespeople. We wanted to offer something different, something special, something meaningful. And with the Food Revolution Summit, I think we succeeded. We hoped that we could reach 5,000 participants and earn $15,000. We wound up with 32,000 participants, each of whom got to experience the summit for no charge. And so many people were inspired by the free summit that they wanted to go further and purchase an upgrade package. As a result, we brought in a gross revenue from that first summit of more than $200,000. Our lives were transformed, and the Food Revolution Network was born. The next year, we held another summit, and we reached 72,000 people. The following year, 107,000. And in 2015, we reached 160,000 people and brought in more than $1 million in revenues in just 1 month. In these last 4 years, we've developed a suite of online courses. We've built an ever-expanding email list from zero to more than 250,000 food revolutionaries. And we've grown our budget from nothing into a solid 7 figures. I feel deeply grateful to be making a difference in so many lives. And I'm also grateful that my family has achieved a level of security that I could have only dreamed of a few years ago. One of the benefits of my level of success is that we now have the resources that we need to hire great people and to pay them well. This means I don't have to work 90-hour weeks ever again. As a result, I'm a better husband, I'm a better dad, And I'm more clear and centered as an organizational CEO. It also means we're going to be able to do even more good in this world. I believe that every blessing and opportunity that comes into my life is also a responsibility. Nothing I receive or earn is truly mine. I believe I'm a steward and that it's my responsibility to use what comes into my life on behalf of the causes that my life is committed to. Now, I've had the opportunity to learn some huge lessons and to achieve some very real success. I want more people to have the kind of opportunities that I've had. Why should junk food companies earn billions making people sick, while food revolutionaries who are doing the right thing are struggling just to pay rent? As far as I'm concerned, the world needs more visionary entrepreneurs, people who can use the power of the marketplace to leverage our capacity to create a better world. That's why I'm excited to let you know that I'm extending an opportunity to a select group of motivated, capable, and socially conscious business leaders who want to enormously expand the reach and the revenue of their business. I'm offering the Food Revolutionary Game Changer program. I want to share everything that I've learned with people who have developed potent products, courses, or innovations, and who are ready to use online tools to change the world with them. Now, this program is limited to a maximum of 20 people. Applications will only be accepted from people who have already developed at least one product or service that contributes to the cause of healthy food, healthy people, and a healthy planet. I realize this isn't for everyone. The people I'm going to accept into this program should have already developed a potent and effective product or resource. It needs to be making a positive contribution to people's health and or to the food movement. In order to be accepted, you need to be committed to scaling up your impact and the success of your business. And you need to be willing and eager to act on what you learn and to apply it in the real world. I want to work with people who want results and who are committed to making things happen. If it's for you, it will be a turning point in your life and your business, and it could be a turning point for the food movement. If you're accepted into this program, then here's what you can look forward to. Over the course of 8 months, I'll walk you through analyzing your strengths and your weaknesses, developing a powerful action plan for success, and putting it all into practice. I'll connect you with some of my top mentors, and I'll give you exclusive access to their brilliant insights. I'll guide you through the step-by-step process to rapidly accelerate your success. This training will be hands-on. You'll gain access to not just me, but also referrals to the amazing team of designers, developers, strategists, copywriters, message finders, and change makers that I've been personally blessed to work with. Now, here's how it'll work. I'm accepting a total maximum of just 20 people into this program. The program will run for 8 months, from October 15 through June 15. We'll start off with an intake form to give our team and you a clear sense of where you're at in your mission, where you want to go, where you're feeling stuck, and what ground you want to cover. Then we'll step into action to help you get powerful breakthroughs. We're going to meet twice each month for a 90-minute live and interactive call. Some of the calls will feature guest speakers who are among my top mentors. You'll also have access to an online forum where you can share ideas and resources, raise questions with me, our team, and all the other program participants, and you'll get 2 one-on-one 60-minute private coaching sessions with me, one early in the program and one in the middle. Now, usually this is the point where people who lead programs like this give a fancy-sounding string of modules and training content. But I'm a little different. See, this program will be responsive to the needs of the people it serves. If you need help with marketing, we'll bring that in. If you need help with conversions or figuring out how to generate more traffic or how to make a lead magnet, we'll bring that in. If you need help with managing a team or finding the right partners, we'll bring that in. If you need help with the inner game, with being more motivated, with dreaming bigger, with setting your priorities, with building your confidence, or with having clearer boundaries, we'll bring that in. If you're accepted into this program, you'll have me standing with you and mobilizing my team and knowledge base and resources to help fuel your success. Along with some of my top mentors, I'll help you master enrollment, clarify your target audience, and hone other critical skills that can help you to accelerate your path. So you might be wondering what this is all going to cost. So here's the deal. I know, and perhaps you know as well, that a lot of programs like this cost $30,000 or more. That's what it can cost to gain this level of hands-on personal mentorship from someone who has actually succeeded in building a thriving organization in the real world. In fact, I'm currently participating in a couple of programs like that myself, with mentors that have helped me a lot. I will give you some of the highlights, but you don't have to pay $30,000 to get them. This is my first time offering this program, so if you're accepted, you get to come in on the ground floor. It's entirely possible, maybe even likely, that another program like this next year could cost at least $20,000. And it's also possible that I might never offer this again. The truth is, this might be your only chance. But right now, if you're accepted, and there is an application process to go through, because I'm going to be very specific about who I choose to work with. If you're accepted, then I will invite you to join in for a $997 startup fee, plus $1,000 per month for 8 months. That comes to $8,997. Or, if you choose to pay all at once, then you can join in for a one-time payment of just $6,997. That means you get 2 months for free if you pay all at once. Now, if you think that the Food Revolutionary Game Changer program could be a fit for you, and if you'd like to apply, here's what to do. Right now on this page, you can click below and take the next step. You'll be invited to submit a $97 fully refundable deposit. After that, you will fill out a brief application and then be taken to an online booking form where you can schedule a 30-minute strategy call personally with me. Our team will review all the applications, and if we don't feel like it's a fit and your application is declined, we'll let you know and your deposit will be promptly and fully refunded. And your strategy call will be canceled. If your application is approved, then we'll go ahead with our private call. Your strategy call will help you to clarify where your venture's at and where your greatest opportunities for growth lie. It will also help both of us to clarify if this program is a fit. If by the end of the call you or I determine that it's not, then we'll refund your deposit completely. If you're accepted into the program and you choose to move forward, then your $97 deposit will go towards your first payment. If you're willing to put in the effort that it takes to succeed, if you are passionate about healthy, sustainable, humane, and delicious food, if you've developed an innovation or project that works and want to take it to scale, and if you think that what I'm offering is a fit for where you want to go, then I would like to invite you to join me and a powerful community of peers. I'm offering the Food Revolutionary Game Changers program because I want to invest in the capacity and the impact of some of the trailblazers and innovators whose work is going to help to build a healthier future. If that's you, then I invite you to click below, fill out your application, and book a time for a strategy call with me right now. I am so excited to work with you to help accelerate your mission so that it can reach massively more people, so that you can do what you were born to do and make a great living doing it, and so that we, together, can build a real food revolution.